Hi guys, gonna make another St. Patrick's Day wreath today. And yesterday I didn't get my mini chat to work, so I'm wondering if I'm gonna try it again and see if I did anything wrong. And I'm gonna try to figure it out. They said I'm supposed to click on growth tools. And you know what? I probably don't have it set up right. So if you want to see when I go live, just I guess, let me see. Is it there? Is it there? Trying. Gotta find it on my iPad so I can see your comments. There we are. Hopefully the volume's not up. How's everybody doing today? I'm trying really hard to get my mini chat so you guys can type alert when I go live and see, you know, let me see. I might be getting somewhere. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, you know what? I watched Scott do this last night and show us how to do it. And do you think I can find it now? No, I guess it's something I have to work on see, this mini chat is so confusing. I'm sure everyone else is having the same problem I'm having. But we're going to make another St. Patrick's Day wreath today. I'm not used to going live in the afternoon, but I thought I'd give it a try for people that are home from working nights or just home like I am, retired. So say hi when you come on so I know you're here. And I guess the only way to know when I'm going to go live, if you'll go to Wreaths by Connie M, and you'll see where it says type alert if you want to see when I go live. For now, I guess that's how we'll have to do it, because I can't figure out this mini chat on I watched Scott last night, and do you think I can figure it out? No. So we'll see. Maybe I'm figuring it out. Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably goof it up even more. So I'm just not going to mess with it right now. Again, if you want to know when I'm live, just go to the Wreaths by Connie M page and type in alert. So we're gonna get started. I've already put let me put you down so you can see what I'm doing. My iPad's acting wonky today, so I apologize if I don't answer you. I'm just hoping I can see see if you can see what I'm doing. If I can't get my iPad to cooperate, then I can never find it on the oh wait, I found it. I'm so excited. I found it on my laptop, which is very unusual. Let me turn the volume off. So there we are. Hi Diana. I know it keeps the iPad keeps buffering. I had this problem the other day, and I don't know what it's doing, but hopefully it'll cooperate. And I've already called Comcast about it, and if I keep having these problems, I'm going to have them come over, and I might need a new modem. So I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do I've already put the puffs on the frame. It's a 10-inch poofs, whatever. People call them different. And I have 18 twist ties. And we're just going to get started. Diana, is it better for you? I see that I'm turning and turning. I don't understand. My iPad was acting up. So if you guys are having problems, please let me know. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Diana. Last time I had this problem, people could see me and I couldn't see the comments. So I apologize if you're making comments and I can't see you. I'm just gonna keep going though because I don't want to bore everyone. So we're gonna alternate black, green, and white. See, yeah, I'm buffering too. I don't know what is wrong with my internet, but we're just gonna keep going. And because I don't want to bore everyone, so yeah, the tablet's not working either for me. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know why it seems the screen, you know, where my iPhone is, the camera, it doesn't seem to be doing anything on there, but it is buffering on my iPad and my laptop, so I apologize ahead of time. Hopefully you guys can see me on your iPhones, and we'll just keep going. So yeah, it's a pain. If you can tell me, somehow tell me if you can see the video, I'd appreciate it. But I apologize again if I can't answer your comments because I'm not seeing them. So we're just going to keep going, and I'm hoping everyone can see it okay. So I thought I'd do a quick live today and say hi to everyone. And my cousin asked me if I'd make her a St. Patrick's Day wreath, so I said sure. But I could also make one for anyone else who's interested. I have, it's kind of a little quick live. I'm a member of the Women of the Shrine. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. Oh, I apologize. It's my air conditioner. Let me turn that off. Hopefully it won't get too warm in here. Hi, Shelly from Oklahoma. Is that any better? Yeah, I looked into trying to get like a better camera for doing this, but oh Lord, they're expensive. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but we just keep plugging. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is my air conditioner is right behind the table that I do my wreaths on and my lives on. So, living in Florida, you know, of course it always has to be so hot, but hopefully the fan will be good enough. So anyway, I was saying that I'm a member of the Ladies of the Shrine. They do a lot for sick children. We have a Shriners Hospital in Tampa, Florida. I'm on the East Coast. And I apologize ahead of time because my table's pretty small, so it's hard to see the wreath and what I'm doing. But I'm doing curls, and I did the 10-inch poofs, And then we're going to add some shamrocks and some ribbon, of course, and a sign. So how's everyone doing today? Awesome. Thanks, Diana. So happy. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because mine seems to be going for this few minutes. So anyway, the Shriners do a lot for sick children. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Shriner Hospital in Tampa, but it's a wonderful organization, and we do a lot for the children, and it's amazing what miracles it does. Here we go again. I don't know why it seems to do this, but it does, so we'll just have to deal with it and hope it doesn't irritate everyone too bad. So I'm just putting curls on the wreath along with the poofs. And if you can share my video, I'd really appreciate it. But again, I can't seem to figure out ManyChat when I'm doing a live. It works if people go to my Wreaths by Connie M page and type alert there, then it works. But I was watching Scott's tutorial his instructional video, Scott Waterman, and he told us what to do. He was going over ManyChat. But what he showed and what I see on mine, of course, is different. So, if you'd like to see when I go live, if you go to my Wreaths by Connie M page, my name is Connie. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. And just type the word alert under there, and it does work under there. So, I just thought I have to make this wreath, so I figured why not go live. I'm in Scott's group, and he wanted us to do a challenge and go live 3 times this week. So this is my second time for the week. And I thought, I usually go in the evening, but a lot of people go in the evening, so I thought, let me try during the day and catch all my fellow women and men that stay home during the day. And I always like to watch people during the day. Yep, I just froze on my thing again. Wow, it's weird. So weird how this works. I'm not sure if it's, like I said, I'm not sure if it's Facebook or if it's me, but it could very well be me. I know it's irritating for people to have to watch the buffering and things, but you know, I've noticed, I've been watching a lot of lives lately, and it seems like everyone is having problems with it. So, I don't know. We'll just keep going. So, this is, again, my second time. Maybe I should have restarted my tablet. Maybe that's what the problem was. But I know I had this problem the other night, so I just apologize if I can't see what your comments are. So I'm going to try to restart my iPad. It doesn't matter because you guys can't, I mean, as long as you can see me on the camera, that's all that matters. So maybe if I restart, it'll work. It worked for someone else, so we'll give it a whirl. But I was talking about the Shriners. I don't know if you have it in your area, the women of the Shrine. If you do, they could always use some new women to join, and men, and it's really a great cause. So we'll get this going. So how is everyone today? I'm hoping I can get your comments so I can respond, but I apologize if I don't. It only means I can't see what you're saying, and I wish I could get you to just type in alert for my mini chat, but you know, there's just too much to learn with this stuff. So I don't know if anyone else is as I have awful time with technology. I think it hates me. So I don't know if I introduced myself even in the beginning, but my name is Connie, if I didn't, and it's Wreaths by Connie M, and the M stands for McCormick, like the seasoning. But we're not related, unfortunately. So, are you guys able to see what I'm doing? If you're not, comment you can't, and I'll hopefully be able to see it. Yeah, I think Facebook might be having issues, but who knows? You know, you just don't know where the problems are. It could be you, could be Facebook, could be anything, but we're just going to keep on making this wreath. Yeah, I restarted my tablet, but it didn't help. So, how's the weather doing up north? I don't know where you guys are from. Here in Florida, it was cool well, yesterday was a little bit cooler, and I know it doesn't last long for us, unfortunately. The wreath frame is a 14-inch. I get it from the Dollar Tree. It's a pretty good wreath frame. You know, it's only $1, and why pay more when it doesn't seem to be any different. I've used different ones, but it doesn't seem to be any different than the others. So I just used these. I have used some of the other ones too, and I cut the mesh in 10-inch. The mesh is 10-inch. So I cut it in 10-inch squares. And I did 10-inch poofs. I think I said that. There's 18 ties on the wreath frame. Yeah, I usually just get my frames from the Dollar Tree. So we're just gonna keep going, and like I said, I was watching, Scott was showing us how to set up the mini chat, and I don't know why, but his screen looked different than mine when I tried to go on it today. So I'm not sure if it's set up. You could try to put in alert if you'd like, and if you get a message, Oh, I know, Linda. It's been a really weird winter. I mean, people in Michigan are saying that we used to live in Michigan. I'm originally from New Jersey, but after we were married, we moved to Michigan, and I know we got a lot of snow up there, but I just don't remember ever having below zero temperatures like they're getting. And it's really been a rough winter. I mean, it's unheard of for 30 below zero and things like that. I mean, I never heard of temperatures being that low. Yeah, and this hot and cold stuff. I mean, one day I was talking to someone yesterday. I think they said it was like 58. I think it was a friend in Kansas. It was like 58, and then the next day it was going to be 27. And I think, oh, wow. That's why people just can't get acclimated to the temperature. I think I cut enough mesh, but we'll see. When I use 3 colors, it's always difficult to figure out the math. Wow. Yes, Texas has, I think Texas weather is a lot like Florida. One day it's cold, one day it's hot. Well, in the summer, we don't have to worry about that because it's consistently hot. So, but thank goodness for air conditioning. That's all I have to say. I don't know how people did it years ago and lived in this hot, hot climate without air conditioning. I just don't know how they did it. I think we're spoiled. So, but I couldn't stand it without AC, that's for sure. I miss the season changes. I really do. I like believe it or not, I used to like winter and the snow. As long as I didn't have to drive in it, I was fine. But of course, that's not always the case. You may always have to drive. And if you have to work, it's kind of hard to drive in that stuff. But I'll never forget the first day we moved, or it was pretty early after I moved to Michigan, and we had our first snow, and I had never driven in snow before, and I don't know where I was going, but we were in a small town in Michigan, and I was driving, and I went up to I attempted to go up through a stop sign, and I slid right through it. Thankfully, there was no cars coming, but there was a crossing guard there, and she just looked at me and shook her head. I probably still had the Florida plates on my car, so she understood. But it was a challenge getting used to driving in that if you don't know how to drive in it. But eventually I learned that you have to go slow. So, yes, I know. I can't believe, like I said, I don't remember the below zero temperatures like they've had. I mean, they've had temperatures where the thermometer doesn't even go that low. So that was unheard of. People were having trouble with their pipes freezing, and my sister-in-law still lives up there, and they have hot water heat, so it would have been pretty serious for them if their pipes were frozen. But they were fortunate. It didn't affect them too much, so that was good. So we're just going to put the curls on, and then I will get the, I have to get some ribbon, and we're going to put some shamrocks on here. I forgot to get the ribbon out. Sorry about that. Yeah, I always worry about this stupid air conditioner right behind me, but that's the only place I do my crafts in a shed. I do my crafts in a shed that I've completely outgrown, because I've been doing crafts for probably 45 years or more, and you accumulate a lot of stuff when you do crafts that long. And of course, my husband keeps telling me, you need to throw some of that stuff out. Well, you know what happens when you throw things out. You always wonder, why in the world did I throw that out? So I'm just going to cut some tails. Oh, look at this. Don't you love it when you get that? Why do they do that? That's terrible to put that in a roll of ribbon. Can't use that. Well, hopefully, wow, that worked out great. It's 13 inches, so I will be able to use that piece. That doesn't happen often. So I'm going to cut them on my boards that I got from Hot Mesh Mom. "13 inches, like I said, and I'm just going to cut 9 because I'm going to do them in every other tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So are you guys wreath makers, or just like watching wreath makers? I've been doing this over a year now. How I got started was I just was going through Facebook one night, and I just came across Carrie with Hot Mesh Mom. She was sitting at her kitchen table, and she was making a wreath, and I had never seen this before. So I thought, well, I can do that. So I just started making wreaths about a year ago for my family. But they're all wreathed out now. They don't want any more wreaths. It's only so many wreaths you can give to your family. So, but I still love doing it. And I've done probably every craft there is to do. But the funny part is, oops, I usually get tired of crafts, you know, especially if I'm knitting or crocheting. I can't ever get through a blanket because it's boring. But wreath making is so different because they all come out different. So it doesn't bore me as much. And I enjoy doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, I wish I had a picture of the first wreath I made. I thought, oh, that is awful. But everyone was nice and said that it wasn't. I know they were just trying to make me feel good. But I know it was an Easter wreath, and because Easter was earlier last year, so I think Easter was in March last year. I wish I would have written it down when I first started doing wreaths, but I do remember it was Easter. So I'm just cutting 13-inch ties, and I'm not one to cover my wreaths with a bunch of bows. To me, my favorite part of a wreath is the mesh, so I don't like to cover it up, although I'm not saying people that put bows on theirs, it's not beautiful. It is. But if we were all the same, then people would get bored watching, because you don't want to see everybody do the same thing over and over again. I had to get this done, or else I would have made a cross. I'm going to make a cross wreath here coming up. But I wanted to finish this, and I figured, well, have to do it anyway, so I might as well get on a live and do it. So anyway, I was saying that I like to be able to see the mesh, because that's my favorite part of the wreath. I don't know how anyone else feels about that, but it's just me. I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if anyone is in Scott's group, Scott Waterman with the Design with Scott, but he has a tutorial on making these flowers out of ribbon. And it's really easy to do, and you could use these instead of bows on your wreath. I'm thinking I'm going to put one on a flamingo wreath, because I like these colors for flamingo. So if you don't know Scott, go to Scott with Design with Scott. He's got a tutorial on how to make this. It's really fun to make and easy. Sorry, my fan is blowing the things around, but that's okay. So do you have any questions or anything you'd like to know or talk about? I always laugh at myself because I'm not one for a loss for words, but when I do these lives, it's hard to think about what to talk about. My shed is a real discussion. I have so many, it started off as a sewing shed, and my sewing machine is buried in here somewhere. But wreathing, one thing about wreathing is you have to buy so many supplies, and they take up a lot of room. And the funny part about it is I have a whole shed full of wreathing mesh and ribbon, and inevitably, whenever someone asks me to make a wreath, it's always something I don't have. I think it's so funny when that happens. Oh, it's not possible to do that, Bessie. I'm sorry. I can't move it where you, if you see me, then you can't see the wreath. But I will raise it up when I'm done and say hi to everybody with me looking at you. Yeah, you know, the Mevos are expensive, but they're a great tool because they get such a wider view and you're able to see a lot more. But when you use these iPhones like I have to use, before the first couple wreaths I've made, you couldn't see the wreath even, so my husband raised it up higher for me, and at least now you can see what I'm doing, which most people, that's what they're more interested in. I know it makes it a little bit impersonal to have to do it this way, and I apologize, but I'd rather have you guys see what I'm doing than see me. Especially today, I didn't put any makeup on, everybody says you have to be yourself. Well, you know what? This is me. I normally don't put makeup on, and I normally don't do my hair, but you know. So we're doing St. Patrick's Day. This is the second one I've made, but I'm making it a little different than the first one. First one I didn't put any black in except for the tubing. That helped, but because my sign has black in it, so I thought I'd add a little black to it this time. And we're going to put this ribbon in. So where is everyone from? I know Linda's from Texas. Where is everyone else from? I live in South Florida. And it's pretty warm here today. Unfortunately, we don't get much of a winter. It's funny, we always look forward to winter where everybody else looks forward to summer. Always amazes me how much temperature difference there could be between one state and another. Really, it's really amazing. Anyone have any questions or anything that I can answer? I know sometimes you just like to relax and watch. That's what I do, especially a lot of times if I'm not doing a live, I'll just, and I have a wreath to make, I'll just get on other people's lives and watch them while I'm doing one. A lot of people making wreaths nowadays. If you can share my video, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to know when I'm going live, just go to my Wreaths by Connie M, and there's a post there where you type alert under the post and it will tell you. I haven't figured out why it's not working when I am live. I don't understand this technology stuff, so We have a love-hate relationship, that's for sure. I wish I could be tech savvy and understand all this there is to know about it. But I think my little 9-year-old granddaughter knows more about it than I do. So I don't cut my ties off. I always leave them and then I go back and curl them, but I wait until the end in case I have to add something else to them. Get all this ribbon over here. Hope I'm not making you guys dizzy by moving this around too much. So, if anyone's interested in one of these, I do have an Etsy shop. It's Wreaths by Connie M. I always say the M stands for McCormick, like the seasoning, but we're not related, unfortunately. It's even spelled the same way. So I'm just going to go through and add the ribbon every other tie. And then I'm going to put flex tubing in the ties that I don't have ribbon in. And then I'm just going to put the sign on. And that's it. Like I said, I don't put a bunch of bows on my wreaths because I don't like covering up the mesh. I like that. That's my favorite part of a wreath. And I wanted to give everyone a little hint. If you use the 21-inch mesh for your base, you can get two 14-inch wreaths out of it if you put 10-inch poofs on one and 8 on the other. You can get 2 wreaths out of it. And you really can't tell that the difference between 8-inch and 10-inch. There's not that much of a difference. So I do try to get 2 wreaths out of my 21-inch mesh. So I did try to organize my shed this weekend, but you know, you can only do so much with no room. So I wanted to try to get something else to put all my sewing stuff in, but there's so much. Hard to. And I'm one of these people that I don't like to throw anything away because unfortunately when I go, I always have to depend on someone to take me to the store because I don't like to drive. And so when I go to the store to buy some supplies, I probably buy a lot more than I have to, only because I have to depend on a ride all the time. So that's how I accumulate so much extra stuff. So I'm going to show you what I do with the extra twist ties. I just curl them and leave them on. Gives it a little bit extra decoration, I think. So I did do it. I finally cut it right. Amazing. I always do something wrong. It's nice when things go normally for a change. Yeah. So I want to, if anyone's ever thinking about getting a shed, I call it a she shed, for doing your crafts, I'll give you a little word of advice. If you walk in one and you see, and it looks really nice and big, you know, they look big when they're empty. And if you walk in one and you think it's nice and big, get one 3 times as big, because it's probably not big enough. I've learned from my mistakes. I wish I could do it again, find one, but you know, you do what you have to do. If you can share my page, I really appreciate it. I tried to get my viewers up. When I reach 1,000 viewers, I'm going to have a giveaway. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but hi Kate, how are you? Thanks for joining today. I'm changing it up a little bit and going live during the day instead of at night, because it seems like so many other people are live at night. And there's some of us that stay home during the day, so it's nice to be able to do something. I'm hanging in there, girl, hanging in there. I feel so bad because my 3rd live wasn't that great, so you know what I did? I deleted it. That's how bad I thought it was. I was complaining too much, I thought, and people don't want to keep hearing that, so I thought, you know what, nobody's going to enjoy the replay either, so I'm just going to delete this. Hey Debbie, how are you? I tried to set up my mini chat so you can type alert and then get the alert when I'm live, but I watched Scott do it last night and I couldn't figure it out today, of course. So if you go to my Wreaths by Connie M page and type alert underneath my post, that works. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Debbie. So I'm going to cut the tubing at 20 inches. And I'm going to make 9 of them because I'm going to put them every other tie that doesn't have ribbon. So where are you guys from? I know I'm in South Florida. Oh boy. Well, I'm hoping you can still see because my screen just went black like it did the other night. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. So I'm hoping your comments still come up because I can't see. Ah, you're from Tennessee, Debbie. What part of Tennessee? I love Tennessee. We go there for vacation. We love Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. Are you guys still able to see me, I hope? Because my screen is black, so I can't see if you're able to see what I'm doing. And luckily the comments are still coming up, so But if I don't answer you, I apologize ahead of time. Ah, this flex tubing, can't always find the end of it. That's what happens when you let go. You're in West Tennessee. We, like I said, we love Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. That's our favorite place to go on vacation. But we made the mistake one year and we went in July for July 4th weekend. Oh, I'll never do that again. The traffic was horrendous and there were so many people. We couldn't really get around very easily. But we still enjoyed it and we made the best of it. What do you need to start? Well, I will tell you, believe it or not, that for people that are just starting out, the Dollar Tree has a lot of great stuff. I wouldn't use their mesh for if you're going to sell your wreaths at first, but if you're only going to practice, I would use the Dollar Tree stuff. You get the 14-inch frame that they sell and the mesh that they sell, and they also have ribbon. And just start there, and then as you get better, then you could graduate to the better places to buy your stuff from. I still use the Dollar Tree mesh just as a little as decoration. I don't use it for the main part of my wreaths, but I do use it for decoration because it makes cute little little ruffles now in there. And once you get better, so you'll need their frames are 14 inches. In fact, that's what I'm using. I always use their frames because they're not much different than anyone else, and they're only $1. So just get their frames, one of their frames, and mesh, a couple of different, a couple of rolls, and a couple rolls of ribbon, and start there. That's what I did. And once I started learning how to do it, then I went to Craft Outlet and started buying my things there in Hobby Lobby. 6, 7, I need 2 more. And I like Craft Outlets. I also shop at Deco Exchange. Sure, anytime. Deco Exchange has awesome products, and so does Waterman's Loft. They have good quality stuff. This tubing likes to get so tangled up. Believe it or not, I also like the tubing from Dollar Tree. Ah, thanks, Brenda. Dollar Tree tubing's not bad either, and you're just using it for embellishment, so I think tubing is tubing. I was so excited the other day. I went to Dollar Tree and One thing about Dollar Tree though, if you see stuff there, you really better buy it because you'll go back and it'll be gone. So they have pretty spring colors out now, and I went to a Dollar Tree and I saw all the pastel color tubing, and I was excited because I actually tried to order it online and it was gone. It was out of stock. So I was glad to see it there. And on my next video, on my next video or one coming up real soon, I'm going to make a cross with a Dollar Tree frame, actually. Thanks, Debbie. Can you let me know if that works? If you go to my website, Wreaths by Connie M, there is a post there where if you type alert under the post, I know that works, but for some reason, I don't know why it's not working on my live. But if it does, please let me know. You do have to respond to the bot, because if you don't, you won't get any you won't get any notifications at all. Trying to learn all this stuff is really a challenge for me. I'm one of these people that have to actually stand there and show me what to do. So I'm just putting the tubing every other tie. And then the leftover chenille stem, I'm just rolling it down. And sometimes the Dollar Tree has signs that aren't too bad. Every once in a while, they must be getting savvy with the wreathing community because they're getting better quality stuff. Hey, Anita. Thank you for typing alert. I'm not sure if it will work. Please let me know if it does. But if it doesn't, if you will go to my Wreaths by Connie M page, there is a post there about when typing alert, and then you'll get notifications when I'm live. And that does work. I know that works because I monitor it. I get the notifications from there. So, but if it works from my live, please tell me. Thank you, Kathleen. Oh, all my tubing's falling on the floor. Sometimes I'm just a hot mess when I'm doing these things. Please let me know if the alert button is working from my live. I'd really, really appreciate it. A bot will come up into your messenger and tell you have to type in live alert again. And if that happens, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know, because I've been trying to set it up and I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. But again, I know it's working off my website. So I don't know if you've ever seen the bows made like this, and I can't tell what kind of view you guys are having because my screen that I'm viewing it on is black. But I'm grateful that I can still see your comments. Hopefully I'm seeing them. So if you can like and share my page, when I reach 1,000 1,000 page likes, I'm gonna give something away. I don't know what yet, but I am gonna give something away when we reach 1,000 likes. I was gonna say 500, but thankfully I've already reached 500, so I'm glad of that. So you can see it. Awesome, Debbie. Thank you. I don't know what you guys can see. I apologize. So if I need to move anything or do anything, just holler. I was always so nervous about going live, and the first 2 lives were such a success. I was so grateful. But I had the, like Regina Sellers, I was showing her multi-purpose tool on my first one, so a lot of her friends were here. And then the second one, I did the Unique in the Creek board. I don't know if you guys know about the Unique in the Creek board. The flower boards are, if you go back and watch my sunflower video, you'll be able to see the Unique in the Creek board. And if you type by Connie, they were giving a 10% off on anyone that typed that. I'm not sure if that still works since I'm not doing the board today or not, but it's worth a try. But those boards are awesome. I love them. Really easy to work, and some flowers come out great on them. So like I said, I'm just curling the excess Chanel stems on here. I like to leave them on. Some people cut them off, but I like to leave it on and just give it a little curl. Anyone have any questions or anything? I'd be glad to answer anything anyone has to ask. I think summer is coming quickly here in Florida. Although we don't get much of a winter here. Anyway. Okay, where's all my, I know I dropped a few pieces of my tubing, but I don't know where they went. Can't go too far. I'll just cut some more. Let me see how many I need. 1, 2, is it just 2? 2 more? Looks like it's just 2 more. That'd be awesome if it's just 2 more. I love when things fall on the floor and you can't find them, and then as soon as you're done, of course they show up. That's how it goes, you know. Just cut 2 more and put the sign on, and that'll be it. Of these and 2 green. So yeah, if you tune in to my next live, I'm going to make a cross with a Dollar Tree frame. I don't know if you've ever seen these. You just cross it over like this and make a bow. And just put it on. Easy to work with flex tubing. And it adds a little bit of decoration to your wreaths. You wish you were here? Well, I'll tell you. Where are you? Oh, you're in Tennessee, Debbie? Living in Florida. It's okay if you like the heat. And unfortunately, I don't like the heat. So, but I also don't like ice. I don't miss the ice at all. That used to scare me. And I don't think I'd do well with it now because I'm a lot older than I was when I lived up there. But that's the only good thing about Florida. You know, anywhere you live, you always have to worry about some kind of weather. We have to worry about hurricanes, which are not fun when they come. And they're all coming straight at you. All of them. So you have all this anticipation for so long before they get here. And then you have to hope that they turn and hope that they go in a different direction. But they start telling you about it probably a week before they even know where they're going. So that makes it really stressful for people that live in Florida and watch the news. And you know, I often wonder if they do that just to get the stores to get all their supplies and help their economy out. Because it certainly helps them because the shelves are empty. I wish I could see. Nice today, but the cold weather and rain's coming back, huh? Well, you can send some of that cold weather down here. I'd gladly take it. My girlfriend used to live a couple blocks from me, and she moved to Tennessee, and she absolutely loves it there. Absolutely loves it. But she's like me. She doesn't like the heat. So this is the sign we're going to use. And I'm going to put the... I have to put some... Oh, what do they call these things that hold the twist ties on? These 1-inch square, well, I think they're called cable tie holders or something, I don't know, but I'm going to put them on the back with some DAP glue. And because that's supposed to help it. They say the ones with the green backing are better than these, but I had some of these that I needed to use up, and I haven't had anyone complain about them, so I'm going to finish these up. I got too many out. sometimes the sticky backs like to give me fits taking them off. So when I started doing my lives last week, about a week or so before I started, so I just used DAP glue and put that on the squares to help it hold really well, because I don't know how good it would hold up in different weather. When I started doing my lives last week, I had never gotten gel nails before. They used to be acrylic, but they say they don't use acrylic anymore. I'd never gotten them done, and thank you for sharing, Debbie. I so appreciate it. And one of my adopted, I call him my adopted son, but because he calls us mom and dad. He used to be my daughter's boyfriend, and we still love him like he's part of the family, and he kind of adopted us as his family. But anyway, he treated us all to manicures and pedicures, and that's fine to do. I mean, they look nice for a while and all that, but eventually you have to get them redone, and if you don't get them redone, then your nails look horrible. Well, I knew that I couldn't afford to keep going to do it, so I decided that when they got really bad looking, I took them off. Let me tell you, if you get acrylic nails, but they're not called acrylic now, they're called gel. If you get gel nails, make sure you get them and are willing and able to keep getting them done, because taking them off is a gooey mess. And then your nails look horrible for a while. So I thought, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do that again. Even though I did think they looked good at the time, I don't think I'm going to do them again. So, but it was nice of him to treat us to it. So, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see these Chanel stems? They're big fuzzy ones. I don't know where they came from, but I use them for this, where people aren't going to see them. They're big and fluffy. They're nowhere near the other ones. But you can't see them when you put them on a wreath, so on the back of a sign, I mean. But sometimes they're a little thick to put in these things. It's funny because I have no idea where they came from, but I'm not one that likes to waste, so I'll just use them till they're all gone. Yeah, I was telling everyone in the beginning, the unfortunate part about my shed is my air conditioner is right behind my camera, so my phone, I call it a camera, but it's really just my iPhone. So when it's running, it's really loud, unfortunately. But I have nowhere else to do this in here. So we do what we have to do, right? don't know, if you don't make wreaths yet and you're thinking about it, it's a lot of, you have to really keep at it and hope for the best, because there's a lot of people doing it now. And but like Damon says, there's over 1 billion people in this country, so we all do it different. I'm one that, again, I don't like to cover the mesh, so I don't put a bunch of bows on mine. And maybe that's what people like, but I have heard people make comments about, why do you cover all the mesh? And I agree with that. Although they are beautiful, I have to say, they are absolutely beautiful, what other people do. But I think the mesh is the prettiest part of a wreath. And if you put these outside, they will fade. But if you get the Krylon spray, non-yellowing spray, and spray them, it will clear. Krylon clear, non-yellowing spray. It will, I had my fall wreath on for a few months, and it does help. It does help the fading. I have to tell you, putting signs on is the part I hate about making a wreath. So, there's that. And I'm going to glue some of these on. These little shamrocks. I'm going to glue some of those on. Whew. Ouch. Ooh, lordy, that glue is hot. Don't ever put your finger in the glue like I always do. They don't call it hot glue for nothing. So when I get done, I'll hang it up on the door, and then you can see it better. And you'll get a sneak peek of my shed that's too small for me. But I'm glad to have it. I'm fortunate to have all my stuff in one place, because it could mess up your house, can get pretty cluttered pretty quickly with all this craft stuff all over it, like I used to have. Oh Lord, that was a good one, boy. Yikes. I have to clean this tip of my glue gun because the glue keeps squirting out all places. Put that there. Sometimes you just, I have to watch my mouth. Thanks, Debbie. Because when you burn yourself with that glue, woo, Lordy, the cuss words can start flying. I think I'll try to just put something on there to hold them so I can keep gluing. Just gonna put that on till it dries. Just put one more. And then I'll hang it up so y'all can see it. Hard to see it when it's laying on the table. And that's pretty much it. Might add just one little one here. I want to thank you guys for watching today. Really appreciate it. I always wanted to be one of these live viewers or live people doing lives that I want to be able to entertain, you know, and I hate to be boring for people, but how do you do that, you know? I just have to be myself, like they say, and this is me. So sometimes it's all you get. Okay, I'm gonna go hang it up and then I'll bring you guys over to see it. And hope I don't get you dizzy doing that. Be right back. Trying to get it up right. Just a second. So you move them, you know the ribbon gets all janky. Okay. Gonna bring you over to see it. Don't mind my messy shed. But there you go. All done. See the shamrocks here and there, and okay. I want to thank you so much, Debbie, and thank you guys for being with me today. And please go to my website. Oh, sorry about the glare. Wreaths by Connie M. And type in alert. Thank you so much, Linda, and thank you for staying with me the whole time. You don't know how much I appreciate that. And like I said, like and share my page. I so much appreciate it, because when I reach 1,000, I'm going to have a giveaway. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for coming again. And you too, Debbie. You have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye, everyone.